Anyways, we're back. Just to give you an update what's been going on with Rockistan. Recently, we were out and about. I met Farhan Tahir from Star Trek, Iron Man, and I also met Maz Jobrani, who was on Comedy Central. He's been a comedian for a very long time. Both are established artists. I'm going to show you what that interview went like. Take a look. I am with Farhan Tahir. You guys know this guy? I mean, a lot of... They should know you.
They don't know.
And give him a little intro. Where were you first seen on TV?
Where was I first seen on TV? In Pakistan, actually.
And what was that? TV series, movie?
It was a TV play called Do Suraj. Way back in time when the moon was young and the mountains were still coming up.
He's giving away his age, and he's still... This guy actually looks better than I do.
Or I'm probably lying. I'm an actor. You never know. So we'll see.
Right. Most people know you for your role in Iron Man.
Yeah.
I didn't even see you there, but I remember you in Star Trek. I think you're like the only other brown person who's a Trekkie. Are you a Trekkie?
I am a Trekkie, and I've been Trekkie for pretty much all my life, to the point where I still tell this story that when my youngest brother was being born, it was a Thursday. It was the day Star Trek was going to come on, and my father came into the room and said, "Bache, tumhara bhai paida ho gaya." And I said, "Okay." So I looked at the watch and I said, "Okay." And my father said, "Well, let's go and see him." So I literally went in, I looked at him at the hospital, I said, "Okay, abba, ab ghar chalte hain," because I knew Star Trek was going to come on.
We were like that with Airwolf.
Well, yeah.
But, so, tell me, Captain Picard or Captain Kirk?
That's a hard one. I think Picard, maybe. I think more, I don't know, more centered.
More defined, you think?
More defined. I will say that the new Kirk brings that centeredness to the role.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm partial to it because I was in it.
Okay. I mean, I like the new Star Trek too, because they changed up the storyline and then Spock gets to meet Spock. But when you heard that you had gotten the role, what'd you think?
I went back to being a 7-year-old boy. I was jumping up and down because, you know, it's like living a dream. I grew up with it. I saw it on television. I bought into the whole idea of Star Trek. So then to be able to do it was a complete treat.
I mean, he's got me on every level. I mean, I wish I could be like this guy. Not on every level though, but on certain cases. So when we tell Pakistani girls that, you know, you're a Trekkie, they go away. Did that ever happen to you?
No, that actually came to me after that. So, you know, I don't know how you're saying it. It's how you frame it, right?
Yeah. I guess the ones here are not as cool. The ones back home were cooler.
Well, let me add them, and maybe I'll bring them to Trekistan.
Trekistan, I like that. That is so cool. You haven't copyrighted that yet, have you?
Not yet, but as soon as we get done, I'm going and doing it right now.
All right, make sure I'm on your crew.
Okay, cool. I have always believed I'm living that life that you cannot let go of your dreams. There's 3,000 ways to make a living, but make a living in something where your heart lives, because you're going to excel in that. You're not going to excel in stuff that only pays your bills, because that only pays your bills. You gotta go to work. You gotta be able to look at your paycheck and go, you know what, God, they paid me to have fun. And whatever it is, whether it's science, whether it's theater, whether music, whatever it is, you just gotta love it. And if you love it, you're gonna excel in it.
New role model for a lot of you out there, right?
To a degree, yeah.
To a degree,
yeah. Don't follow me all the way.
How hard was it to get in that blue costume?
Well, I didn't breathe and I didn't eat for a while.
I could see you like walking around like that.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You looked a whole lot buffer in that movie.
Well, yeah, because, you know, they zip you up and there's no getting out of it.
So you were on screen with a legend, right? The original Spock.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be around him?
You know, it's just like he's like the Moses of Star Trek. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, you know. So of course, it was an amazing treat. Upcoming projects, I have a few coming up. I just finished a movie, a science fiction with Matt Damon and Jodie Foster called Elysium, which is, I think, going to be very cool. Comes out 2013. We have a movie coming out called Jinn, which is a really, really, really cool project because it kind of debunks the idea that Hollywood has presented of the whole jinn thing, the blue genie out of a bottle and all that, and kind of brings how we know the mythology of jinns and how it is familiar to our culture and how it is written in our literature and all that. So in a way it's a supernatural thriller, but on a larger level, it also bridges that gap of the two parts of the world. So I think it's going to be cool. It's very cool.
That's pretty awesome. Who plays the Jinn?
I'm not going to let you know. You got to go see the thing.
We are going to go see the thing, but you're not going to tell us.
I'm not going to tell you. I never tell anything about the movies.
Is the Jinn? Does the Jinn have a religion in the movie?
Maybe.
Great. I'm asking all the right questions. Farhan, what are your favorite bands?
What are my favorite bands? I listen to everything because I think music is one of those universal languages that transcends all of us. So I listen to music from Africa, from Pakistan, from here, from France. You can't pin it down. It really depends on. I can get up in the morning, and wherever my heart takes me, that's where I go. All-time favorites. Well, if you go to Pakistan, Nusrat Fateh Ali, I still listen. He's a legend. Noor Jahan, I still listen. They're legends. They're people who defy any kind of boundary because they know that they can get to the note whenever they want to. There's no preparation for it.
Right, they didn't need that stuff.
They didn't. I mean, they're legends.
So, Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin?
I'm a Pink Floyd guy. What can I say? I mean, I am.
They're so Trekkie. They're out there.
I know, right? Yeah.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Prince.
Damn, he lost me there. So Vital Signs or Junoon?
That's a hard one. I don't think I can pick that out of those two.
Because Junoon's half Vital Signs, right?
Yeah. So that's why I can't pick out of them.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much for being with us.
This is Farhan Tahir. Rockistan rocks.
Rockistan, yo, Rockistan.
He actually says it a lot better than I do. How much do you charge?
It's free, brother. For a bald brother, everything is free.
That's right, because God made a few perfect heads. The others he covered with hair.
I agree with you, my friend. I agree with you. We're deflecting the light from the camera right now.
Absolutely. You could, the cameraman could even turn that off and we'd be glowing in here.
We're a couple of glowing bald people. Bald is beautiful, my brother.
It is. It shows you what's going on inside the head.
This is for bald TV, right?
No.
They should have a station just for bald people. So we just hang out and talk to other bald people about being bald. I think we deserve it.
Oh, but there's some of us that don't care, that we're bald. And
I don't care either. I'm just saying we're so privileged. Like we don't need to shampoo.
Right.
We're aerodynamic.
Yes.
We save money on combs.
Yes.
There's a lot of advantages, people. You should all think about shaving your heads.
All right, so tell me one thing. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 14 years.
Took you that long?
Hey, man, it's not easy. You go try it. You go tomorrow, give it a shot, see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm going to have stuff flying towards me. Most memorable moment from the early days?
One of my early shows I got booked to do was in a back room of a strip club. And when I showed up, they said that the owners had sold the club to other owners and taken the microphone. So I had to do the show without a microphone in the back of a strip club.
So didn't the bodies deflect sound enough for you?
The bodies were in the other room, but at one point, actually, kind of a gangster-looking guy came in with a stripper to watch some of the comedy, and then he heckled one of the comics, and we felt like he was going to shoot the guy. So it was a very scary first performance.
No names here, no names. What happens and where did this happen?
This happened in a place called Treasure Island in Los Angeles. Yeah, there was no one famous there. It was just a bunch of young comics trying to do their show, and this gangster. So I don't know who the gangster was. Maybe he's famous now.
I think you look pretty gangster.
I am kind of gangster. I'm a very nice, friendly gangster. I don't shoot people. I hug them.
Yeah. You kill them with laughter.
You could say that.
Okay. Maz Jobrani. The word Jobrani, the name Jobrani. Where does that come from?
Jobran in Farsi means to make amends for, and I'm not sure exactly how the last name came. My grandfather's name was Jabbar, and I believe it's a derivative of that. and it became Jobrani, and it sounds Italian. Some people thought I was Italian. I'm not Italian. And then the wrestlers started calling each other Jabroni, which is a derogatory term, which means someone who's not good enough to actually have like a name, but rather the guy who always gets beaten up is called a jabroni. They're a day jobber. So I thought maybe the wrestlers were upset at my family by calling us jabronis, but it turned out to just be a derivative of another word.
It makes me think of biryani for some reason.
Biryani, ani, biryani, Armani.
Is that what you have on?
No, I have on, what do I have on? I have Paco Rabanne.
He's good. Paco Rabanne's good. Classic.
Yeah, that's my dad used to wear that when I was a kid, so I picked it up and I've been trying to be him since.
For all those comics that are trying to come up, younger people, you know, like that are 25, you're only 27, so what do you have to say to them?
It's very simple. You just got to write and get on stage. Like I said, I've been doing it for 14 years. It takes you about 5 to 7 years of getting on stage about 5 to 10 times a week. Strip clubs, cafes, you know, church basements, Alcoholics Anonymous. I've performed everywhere, and you got to keep going, and then eventually you'll start getting good at it.
That means don't give up. Keep at it.
Hey, this is Maz Jobrani. I got one thing to say. Rockistan rocks, player!
Oh, you guys are back. So, what's been going on with that? जिस तरह फरहान ताहिर ने कहा कि ट्रैकिस्तान, मुझे वो आइडिया बहुत अच्छा लगा. काश के सारी पाकिस्तानी लड़कियां स्टार ट्रैक की फैंस होती, तो मेरी शायद 1 2 3 4 गर्लफ्रेंड्स नहीं बेगमात हो ही जाती, और मैं उस स्टारशिप का कैप्टन होता, और फिर क्या बात होती. अब मुझे पता है इस पे आज रात तो मुझे कहीं बाहर सोना पड़ेगा, घर के बाहर, वो भी सर्दियों में. तो उम्मीद है आप लोगों को इंटरव्यूज अच्छे लगे होंगे. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Farhan Tahir was great. Thank you so much, Farhan. Thank you so much, Maz. It was great having you, and thank you once again for taking the time to support Rockistan. इसके अलावा रॉकिस्तान ने एक और नया काम किया है. वो ये कि we formed Rockistan Entertainment here in the United States and North America as a whole, Canada and the United States, 50 continental United States. So इसमें आप लोगों ने हो सकता है वीडियोस देखी हो, काफ़ी वीडियोस अब लीक भी हो चुकी हैं YouTube पर, Facebook पर, cell phone uploads. Basically, it was a collaborative effort between Kamijee, formerly of RO and Junaid Jamshed fame, and local artists from the United States and Canada. We just did a concert November 4th this year, and it was a huge success. We made our mark in the territory. I'm gonna introduce you to 2 artists who are performing at the concert. Please welcome Shariq, Sidz, and Shani. So, I have with me Chicago's very own Shariq Sidz, one of the leading artists in Rockistan Entertainment, and Shani, who is one of our touring musicians on lead and rhythm guitar, has played for a long time in the Pakistan underground scene. After that, he moved to Kazakhstan. Did you completely leave the music scene, or was it just a small break, I want to say?
No, I had a band there, but I was playing in English kind of music.
तो आप पहाड़ों में गाने गाते थे?
No, not
तो
really.
पहाड़ों में तो वैसे ही एक अच्छी एक गूंज आती है, रिवर्ब आता है. And after in 2011 you came back to the States and you've entered the music scene with full swing.
Yeah.
Shariq Sidz was the main artist chosen to pay tribute to the one and only Junoon on their 20th anniversary. और my personal opinion, जुनून की जो अपनी एल्बम ट्रिब्यूट एल्बम निकली है पाकिस्तान में, उसमें उनके जुनून के अलावा जो दूसरे आर्टिस्ट ने गाने गाए हैं, personal opinion once again, Shariq sounded better than every single one of them. So look out, this guy is about to kick your. Shariq, आपको कैसा लग रहा है कॉन्सर्ट करने के बाद?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, and मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ अल्लाह का कि he gave me this opportunity to set myself out there to prove it to the world that we could do something different, and we're out here to take over. The entire team of Rockistan Entertainment and people that we work with, they all have the same kind of attitude and the same kind of structure and the imagination, because without an imagination you can't do anything in the world.
That's true. They say everything starts as a daydream. शानी भाई, आपसे ये सवाल है कि आपको अपने हाइएटस या ब्रेक के बाद म्यूज़िक में, और वो भी स्टेट्स में आके परफॉर्म करने के बाद कैसा लग रहा है?
It was very nice. Like And straight away it was a very challenging opportunity, playing music of Junoon and Vital Sign and tribute. So you have to keep the essence of both as a tribute and the original music as well.
तो आप अपना flavor यानी add कर रहे हैं उसे.
So it was nice.
And Shani did an awesome job, and especially when the guitars came.
That was I mean, there were parts that even during rehearsal we didn't hear, and then on stage he just had the licks
like,
down.
Took over on stage.
Yeah.
Like immaculate. It really was.
तो इतने established musicians हैं और हम जैसे दो निकम्मों के पीछे साथ खड़े होकर इन्हें बजाना पड़ा था. उम्मीद है आपको बुरा नहीं लगेगा कि मैंने आपको और मुझको एक ही कैटेगरी में
एक्सपीरियंस के आगे हम निकम्मे ही हैं भाई.
वाकई. But we're glad to have you as well. Viewers, just so you know what this looked and sounded like, take a look at this.
We are here in Chicago, and we are here to present North American Tour Team. We have a band called Craze, and they are from Michigan.
Hi, I'm Embry, and I'm the lead vocalist.
Hi, I'm Annie, and I'm the bassist. Hey, y'all, and I'm Spira, and I'm the guitarist. It was an amazing show. It was epic.
Oh, that's good.
Such a great time. Oh, it was a beautiful audience. I'm so glad everyone could make it, you know.
I loved it. Everyone else, even the other performers, just amazing. We just came inside in the back and we were just watching, and the audience was so energetic and singing with us.
This is Shariq Sidz from Rockistan Entertainment.
So, how was your performance today?
In a long time in the Pakistani music industry, especially. So the company that we have and the entertainment that we're providing is Pakistani Indian. It's from the subcontinent. That's why our entertainment company is called Rockistan Entertainment, and we are taking off. We need your help and your support, everyone.
We are presenting Hamza Jamil, a part of North American Tour Team.
Hi guys, this was a great show. I almost lost my voice after that performance, but you know what? We're going to be coming around quite a lot more often. Please come to these shows. They're interesting, and there's a lot of music packed into these little shows that we do.
So that's what you call a concert. Once again, I want to say this. Mainstream artists, and like I said, all those bands that are on Junoon's album, a lot of them are considered mainstream now, right? I would say Lal especially. और क्या आप क्यों सुने सर? आपने सुना है वो गाना?
नहीं जी।
अच्छा, आप सुने ना, आपने कोई
बेड़ा गर्क करने वाली चीज़ों को नहीं सुनता।
Okay, good. आपका टाइम ज़ाया हो जाएगा अगर आपने सुन लिया तो. Good effort though, all of you. Keep trying because you are still musicians. You need to grow, and personal opinion only. So please don't take offense to that. The fact that you're on the album and we're not, इसका मतलब है कि पूरा सिस्टम लगा हुआ है.
नहीं ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. Even if you're on the album, and you're on the album because you're an artist, and people that listen to your music should always appreciate what the art that you're putting out there for everyone to listen to.
Yeah, he's just trying to be nice.
I'm not trying to be nice. That's what the honest.
He's just like that. He is nice. That's like must like.
And
that.
I actually feel that's my personal opinion. Again, I don't want to say it for Fardeen or for Shani bhai, anyone over here. I just want to say this for myself, that if I'm an artist and I'm putting something out there, that's because I want you guys to listen to it. Even though it sounds bad, even though if it sounds good, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
You're the person that's gonna decide whether you like it, whether you're gonna buy it, whether you're gonna listen to it. So
ये American Idol है हमारा नया. ये बातें American Idol वाली कर रहा है. तो इन दोनों के अलावा the other two performing acts we had, the other two acts that are performing, we had Craze, which is an all-girl band based in the United States. और उसके अलावा टोरंटो से हमारे पास आए हुए थे Hamza Jamil, who paid his tribute to Vital Signs. What an amazing voice, right? Sounds just like Junaid.
Anyone like Morvish always said that no one can do a better job of Junaid Jamshed than Hamza Jamil.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't forget Taimur. Taimur was very good. He was the opening act in the concert, and he did O Lal Meri and a couple of more other songs.
Lal Meri Pat, aap keh rahe hain.
Lal Meri Pat, and it was very good. I was actually backstage, and it was the first time I was listening to Taimur, and as soon as I heard it, I had that wow factor.
Yeah.
That people get from Rockistan Entertainment. Every time they look at it, they talk about it. They get
So obviously, अब मसला यही है कि बल्कि बात ये है कि रॉकिस्तान का नाम जहाँ भी आएगा, we want all the artists that are involved with it to be top notch.
You gotta have the wow factor. That's what I have to say.
ये फिर X Factor और American Idol वाली बात कर रहे हैं, तुम हटो यार. आप इस बारे में क्या बोलेंगे सर?
काफ़ी अच्छा था. तैमूर ने पूरे शो की टोन सेट की और लाल मेरी पत was amazing. Then Hamza was super amazing, Junaid Jamshed and his opening track Khwab and mix of the Mera Dil was amazing. So it was very good for me playing that kind of music and the medleys track.
So a couple of things that stuck out.
Especially I want to mention Kamijee. He did amazing on the productions.
The designing of the concert was all Kamijee. That's the guy.
जो उन्होंने sound को एक updated feel दिया है.
दिल दिल पाकिस्तान का वर्जन उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छा किया है. मेरा दिल और ये सारे काफ़ी एक different feel दी उन्होंने.
क्योंकि हमने सारे tracks Kamijee ने सारे tracks he prepared almost 30 tracks within the time period of a month and a half. And that's a very, very hard job to do, to create music from scratch. You gotta have the peace of mind and for you to actually be capable enough to get things together. It's like cooking.
No doubt. खैर वो तो एक हमारे लिए तो घर की मुर्गी हैं.
नहीं
ठीक है ना?
आपके लिए घर की मुर्गी होगी.
मगर हम उन्हें मुर्गी की तरह ही ट्रीट करते हैं, दाल की तरह ट्रीट नहीं करते और उन्हें कोरमा बना के उनका कोरमा खाते हैं हम लोग. Speaking of an updated feel, one thing I definitely want to mention was the partial tribute to Alamgir and Hamza Jamil's version of Keh Dena, जो उसने तो बिल्कुल जो नया genre he created. और मैं तो बस कहाँ देखूँ जब वो म्यूज़िक बज रहा था, मैं कहाँ से इस बंदे के दिमाग में ये सब कुछ आया. But I'm glad to have such a team. पाकिस्तान में आजकल जो हो रहा है, this is new. It's exciting time for Pakistan. Tehreek Insaf, Imran Khan. मेरे ख्याल में what I like him or what I like about him the most, he's not very political. And I don't think कि पाकिस्तान को इस वक्त politics की ज़रूरत है. He's a simple man, and I think Pakistan needs simplicity. आपका क्या ख्याल है या आपका क्या ख्याल है about PTI या इमरान खान in general या पाकिस्तान की political situation के बारे में?
मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि इमरान खान को मैं शुरू दिन से support करता हूँ. From the time that he came in, not just as a politician, from the time he was a cricketer. I've been seeing this guy in front of my eyes since I was a baby. When I was in diapers, I grew up to this guy. And then he came into politics, and every time...
ये डायपर में लेट के इमरान को देखते थे.
थोड़ा सा पर्सनल हो गया ये मामला.
छोड़ने आगे चलें आप फ्यूचर में आ जाएं डायरेक्ट, वरना आपका कुछ हो जाएगा बाद में. वो इमरान है भी पठान और आप कह रहे हैं कि मैं डायपर में बैठा हूँ. खुद ही कह रहा है, पता नहीं. आगे चलें आप प्लीज़. आप मॉडर्न डे में आ जाएं. आपको क्या लग रहा है?
जिसके साथ जैसा होता है वो वैसे ही सोचता है. लेकिन मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि आप सब इस बात को समझें कि हमें अभी तक इमरान खान जैसा पॉलिटिशियन नहीं मिला पाकिस्तान के अंदर. From the time that Muhammad Ali Jinnah came and set the revolution for Pakistan, set everything straight, and then left off, and आज तक पाकिस्तान के अंदर कोई चेंज नहीं आया. From that time, from 1947 till this day, जो भी चेंजेस आए कुछ देर के लिए आए. कुछ लोग आए, उन्होंने रॉब किया, हमें चले गए, फिर वापस आए, फिर रॉब किया, फिर चले गए.
आप खुल के बात कर सकते हैं.
कोई बात नहीं. इंसान जो है
आप खुल के बात करें. देखिए इमरान आ जाएगा, फिर वो खोल ही देगा.
मैं तो
वो असा से चाह रहा है कि सबके असा से डिक्लेयर हो जाए. वो खोलने की बात कर रहा है. आप पता नहीं क्या सोच रहे हैं.
चाहते हैं कि वो सब कुछ खुल जाए, लेकिन मैं इन शॉर्ट वर्ड्स
आप तो चाहेंगे कि आर्टिस्ट लोग चाहते हैं कि सब कुछ खुल जाए. इनके लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी का दरवाजा खुल ले.
मैं चाहता हूँ कि रॉकिस्तान एंटरटेनमेंट एंड the entire team that we have that when Imran Khan does come to America or does come to Chicago, we go, we support him, we perform at his venue, and when we do go to Pakistan, we support, or I personally support Imran Khan 100%. I pray to Allah that please help this man become the president of Pakistan so he could bring the change that we needed.
Prime Minister.
Make him.
He's running for Prime Minister.
Make him the Wazir Azam.
आप मुझे लगता है पॉलिटिक्स में इतने इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, मैं भी नहीं हूँ, it's okay, हो जाता है. बहरहाल I get what you're saying. It would be a good show. हमें एक इस बंदी के साथ परफॉर्म करने में एक मज़ा भी आएगा क्योंकि we know the cause is good. ठीक है ना? कि ऐसी कॉज हर कोई लेकर आता नहीं है कि he's genuinely concerned for our country. उसे लोगों की परवाह है. He's concerned about the simple man.
And if people are worried about this guy being corrupted, then इतने बड़े corruption hole के अंदर रह के इंसान कैसे करप्ट नहीं हो सकता है? तो कोई भी पॉलिटिशियन कभी ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. It's impossible for a politician to be honest. It's just impossible. It just can't be. You know, politics, सियासत एक चीज़.
मगर मैं वही तो बात कर रहा था ना कि I don't think of him as a politician. I just think of him as a simple man.
अगर वही इंसान अगर ना ऑनेस्ट होते हुए भी अपनी जॉब को डन करता है और लोगों के लिए चेंज लेकर आता है एंड लोगों का फायदा होता है तो इसमें क्या गलत है?
So yeah, it's all great. Pakistan is going through an exciting time. I'm glad you guys have good opinions about the same guy that I like. क्योंकि अगर आप लोगों को ये पसंद ना आया होता तो आप लोग अभी यहाँ कहीं उल्टे लटके होते. और पठान आपके साथ वो जो दूसरा पठान है ना मेरा होस्ट इमरान खान को आप कुछ कह के तो देखे ना, वो तो डायरेक्ट आपके ऊपर चढ़ा होगा. मगर अच्छा है आप लोगों की बचत हो गई है. कमिंग बैक टू म्यूजिक, वापस हम पॉलिटिक्स में वैसे ही इंटरेस्ट लेता नहीं हूँ, बट लाइक यू सेड अर्लियर बिकॉज ऑफ इमरान खान एक अवेयरनेस बढ़ रही है. सो शारिक सिद्स, अमेजिंग टैलेंट, एक नया हीरा है ये जिसे तराशा जा रहा है. You're in the making, your album is in the making. What is your album about?
It's a fusion of Pakistani and American music. And as for Kamijee being the music producer, he's got such an artistic ability for him to make exactly what I'm looking for. He makes exactly what I want. Like when I go and I make a melody and I make a song, my lyricist, he writes the lyrics for it, Nafis, and I bring it to Kamijee to his attention that this is a song that I made and this is the kind of music that I'm looking for. After like 2-3 days he calls me. He's like, hey, I got a surprise for you, come by. I go over to the studio's audio concepts and there it is. Like the music is so insane. Like literally people that have heard this music that he's done, like अभी हमारे 4-5 गाने हमारे complete हो गए हैं. And
आपकी एल्बम के लिए?
हमारी मेरी एल्बम ताज के लिए. That should be released शुरू के quarter of 2012. You know, we should be done with it and we should be ready to release it. अभी हम लोग अपने अपकमिंग वीडियो पे काम कर रहे हैं दिल टूटा के. That's gonna be shot in Chicago.
By the way, दिल टूटा मैंने सुना है. I saw constant improvements क्योंकि मेरा बैठना होता है कामी के साथ अक्सर. तो स्टूडियो में जब मैंने तुम्हारे वोकल सुने थे तो इतने स्केल्स उसमें बदले हैं उस गाने में कि पहले नहीं ये फिर उससे ऊंचा फिर उनसे ऊंचा. मैंने सोचा कि ये बंदा गा नहीं सकता. आखिरी स्केल जो जी शार्प माइनर में जो आप टेक दे के गए हैं वो तो मैंने कहा ये तो बस अब अंत हो गई है. इससे ऊपर जाएगा तो माउंट एवरेस्ट के ऊपर जाके गाना पड़ेगा. इतना ऊपर चला गया वो स्केल. बाहर दिल टूटा मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. परदेसिया मैंने सुना है. और एक्चुअली यू नो एक मेरी पर्सनल रिक्वेस्ट है. आप लोगों से मैं परफॉर्म करवाऊँगा अपने व्यूअर्स के लिए, मगर मेरी पर्सनल रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि आप मुझे 2 लाइनें सुना दें. ऐसा क्या हुआ है, और यही 2 लाइनें सुनाएं.
ऐसा क्यों हुआ है?
हाँ चलें 1 2.
ऐसा क्यों हुआ है, ऐसा क्यों हुआ है कि दिल मेरा तेरी चाहतों में खो गया है.
ये बस ये जो गाना है ना ये मुझे यहाँ आके लगता है. यहाँ
लगना भी चाहिए.
ये लगता है यहाँ आके.
अगर यहाँ पे आके नहीं लगे तो म्यूजिक सुनना बेकार है.
और ये इट्स माय फॉर्चून, गुड फॉर्चून कि जब मैंने ये पहली बार सुना था तो ये सड़क में मारा फिर रहा था और मैं इसके साथ साथ फिर रहा था. और बकौल इसके हम 6 मील चल चुके थे और 6 ब्लॉक चल चुके थे.
माय बर्थडे एंड इट वाज रमजान और हम लोग ये लोग सब मेरे घर से खाना खा के रात को लाइक 2 o'clock in the morning, ये सब जा चुके थे. And DJ Fardeen and I, we were stuck together. DJ Fardeen didn't want to go home, so we're like, let's take a walk.
We weren't stuck together. नहीं सीन ये नहीं था. बस कुछ और हो गया था.
फिर तो पर्सनल राइट्स हैं, आप करीब नहीं आए.
हाँ, यहाँ वायलेशन ऑफ स्पेस की तरफ जा रहे हैं. चलें आपकी एल्बम की तरफ वापस आते हैं. आपकी एल्बम की थीम क्या है? म्यूजिक स्टाइल तो आपने बता दिया. कि पाकिस्तान में जो भी गाने निकलते हैं ये डिप्रेशन बड़ी होती है. हर किसी का दिल टूटा हुआ है. कोई इसमें कोई हैप्पी मूड का भी गाना है?
हैप्पी मूड के गाने हैं हमारे पास. और मैं कोशिश भी यही कर रहा हूँ कि जो रॉक म्यूजिक, जो जितना भी अमेरिका के अंदर जो रॉक एंड पॉप म्यूजिक है ना, उस तरीके का म्यूजिक मैं लेकर आना चाह रहा हूँ विद पाकिस्तानी लिरिक्स, पाकिस्तानी वर्ड्स. लाइक
मगर बात डिप्रेशन की तरफ जाती है लिरिक्स के साथ, और पाकिस्तानी का चक्कर है ना, ये सारे पाकिस्तानी. मगर ये इसमें ये बुरी बात नहीं है. पाकिस्तान में जितने भी अच्छे गाने हैं सारे दिल टूटे हुए और पत्थर लग गया
जब तक दर्द सामने वाले को महसूस नहीं होगा तो आपके म्यूजिक क्यों सुनेगा?
ये भी है. पाकिस्तान में हर कोई दिल टूटा हुआ.
ऐसा भी नहीं है कि हर कोई दिल टूटा हुआ है. जिन लोगों के दिल जुड़े हुए भी हैं उनके लिए भी हमारे पास बहुत सारे गाने हैं. जिन लोगों को और चीज़ों की आदत है
आपके गाने सुन के वो उनके दिल जुड़ते जाएंगे. आप प्लीज कुछ परफॉर्म करके दिखाएं मुझे, आप और शानी.
Let's do it.
चलो.
Dil Toota from the album Taj, music by Kamijee, and lyrics by Nafis.
You heard it first at Rockistan.
टूटा रे टूटा मेरा दिल टूटा है. टूटा रे टूटा मेरा दिल टूटा है झूठा सारा जग झूठा है. टूटा रे टूटा मेरा दिल टूटा है. हो
आपकी जिंदगी में डिप्रेशन आके जा चुकी है या ये
डिप्रेशन तो ऐसी
अगले एपिसोड के लिए फिर
डिप्रेशन एक ऐसी चीज है जो जिंदगी में आती है और जाती है खुशियों की तरह.
So that was so good. Thank you very much guys for that exclusive performance. बहुत मजा आया सुन के. उम्मीद है आप लोगों को पसंद आया होगा. It's good to be back. Rockistan is back.
Rockistan is back and here for good. Shariq, Sidz and Shani. Rockistan and
DJ Fardeen signing out. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you guys.